Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Curbside Adventures. Today, you will join us as we travel to Southern Zambales, Philippines.
That's the dog I had to navigate past. That wasn't fun. Oh, tao po! People are coming. Mary Grace, this is my good friend from Florida, Kirby. I've known Kirby like 12 or 13 years. He's a very good surfer, and we surfed Costa Rica a lot. So he's hoping to get lucky and surf a little bit here in Zambales. Okay, good morning. Whatever you want off the beverage list, it's on Brother Chico. Our house was the last house. In 1985, they didn't build until like the early 90s, all the way to the river, and there was no bridge. So the road ran out, and you got a bamboo torpedo, which is like 15 pieces of bamboo that are 20 feet long, and it could take 2 passengers, and the guy would stick you across with a giant like 15-foot pole across the river. My sister-in-law, this is the younger sister by a couple years of Rosemary. So Mary Jane, she was very, very courteous and cool with her brother-in-law to let me borrow the van today. So this is how everything cool comes together. I always address the alpha dog first. I address him first, and everybody else falls in line. This is the house I designed and built in 2005. That's the original house, and that's Mary Jane's house. And this is like our compound here. And there's Rosemary, almost 60, but going on 40. And this is Rosemary. This isn't gonna be whining and dining. This is definitely gonna be sightseeing. Look at that river that's carved away down there. 3-4 miles behind us is Mount Pinatubo. This is all volcanic lahar. Notice how similar it is to the pumice that we see at the beach. There's no monuments, there's no souvenir stores. This is just, you know, eye candy for the inquisitive is what we're doing here. When a volcano blows like that, nothing goes back to normal 10 years later. And nobody even really knew about Mount Pinatubo. It just happened to be one of the mountain peaks of that mountain range. And like I said, nobody lived in that area, but obviously when the lahar comes down, it's taken out villages and little townships. Look at that waterfall down there.
Wow, look at that.
The scale of damage is done, and there's no way to reverse it. You've got an eco shift of different insects, different creeks, lagoons and stuff that's built that you can't undo. If you look at the trees and you look at that bluff, I'm gonna guess that bluff is 40 to 50 feet, easily.
Back to the jungle.
Also known as Gubat, Barangay San Rafael.
What that must have looked like standing here watching that when it was going on. This is probably an area where people were actually watching it from.
Right. And again, if we look back to San Antonio and the Pundaket area, there's that 4,100 foot mountain. We're probably up like 1,500 feet. But yeah, that still looms. So that's the coast right there. So this area here, they call Little New Zealand, and as a tourist area, this here is the actual Mount Pinatubo lahar flow, which, I mean, that across is probably 400 yards. And then the other one over there is probably the same. And when it was connected, I don't know, a mile and a half across. It took 9 years to rebuild all the highways and the
Just wiped everything out.
Yeah, and the highways and all the little bridges you see, canal bridges and big bridges, and it was just terrible driving around. You were driving on highways that was just compressed lahar. So there's dust everywhere. You were just bumping along at 28 miles an hour on a highway. And you've seen Argentina, you've seen people in swampy areas reach down and go, oh, I think I got one. It's like, it seems like 20 inches around, and all of a sudden they just pull this thing out and you don't even know where the head is. I'm like, how do you do that? How do you pull something out that's a cement bag? You're holding a cement bag and you don't know where the head is. And that head is the size of the dogs that you guys saw when you came in, right? Well, a dog, when it knows you're gonna eat it, is gonna bite hard, and that's what they do. They latch on, and then the body moves quickly to wrap itself. It's, like I said, when I handled that python and he came back to life, he came out of his comatose, he said, this fucking Chico dude's gonna eat me. All I knew is my head, my right ear slammed against this bone here. I just went, bam, like that. That's what he did. He just took my head and he just pulled me up here and there at the same time. Boom. And yeah, for 3 seconds, I didn't know what happened.
Right.
And I forgot where I was and that there was a python around me, and then people around me were like, oh, geez, you know, they didn't react either. One of my little cool secrets of life that I respect, when somebody doesn't have perfect teeth like that dude, but they don't care, they just smile anyways. I love that. I love that so much. That dude had it. That was a calendar shot. When it says full stop, you gotta come to a full stop, because there'll be a cop like hiding over there and he'll jump out. Boom, you got a violation.
Wow.
So in these towns, I mean, if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you see no cop station and it says stop, you don't have to stop. But a place like that, that's a moneymaker. Wow, he's got a big old wall there.
I wonder if they're open.
Man, it's not looking good.
Yeah, they might be closed for New Year's. Oh my God.
Shit.
Oh my God, the wheel went over.
Yep, I figured. Wow, it's happened at least 4 times before, he said.
I think you're gonna be all right. I don't see any extensive damage. We got pretty damn lucky.
They actually went through my mind a few times, but I was more concerned about keeping that big 280-pound Filipino to rustle up 2 more Filipinos.
Yeah, right.
That's where my mind was I need some ass behind this. I did some sleepy math the other night, and I always do equations and numbers and things when I go to sleep. I figured out over my 5 years living here, which of course I've mobilized a lot, so that was about 4 years, plus the other years, and the military trucks I was driving around to Subic and up to Giant Campaign and to Wallace and stuff, that I had about 80,000 miles of Filipino highways. That's a lot. Translation, even with my experience, it happened. It just happened, right?
It was very, very stressful for a second. We didn't know what to do, and luckily a passerby on a trike came over and saw it and offered to help push. We're going to try to push it back to get the wheel to get back on where we're on all fours. We tried 1 round of that. We made a little bit of progress, but we couldn't get it over about a 4-inch curb that was kind of there. And then we were able to, the gentleman actually flagged down 3 other people that lived in the area, and they came over and helped us out. And we all pushed on the count of 3, and we got the wheel over, and it looks like it was minimal to no damage.
Next time on Curbside Adventures.
We're gonna get one of the coves that's facing a nice angle that's gonna be able to give us maybe chest high. So we're gonna go to one of the coves, and from your pickup point, we're about 15 minutes away from that. And we'll see. And what's good is, no matter what, it's always an adventure.